Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike, also known as the Viking. Cheers. I want to share this story with you guys. There was a person who was out on a boat and a big storm hit and it sank the boat, and the person was stranded in the middle of the ocean. Started crying out and screaming, "Lord, please save me, please save me, please help me." Kept praying this, and a boat came along, asked the person if they needed help. They said, "No, I've already sent out a prayer to God. He will be sending me help." And the guy on the boat just rolled his eyes and said, "Okay," and went on about his business. And the prayers kept going. A couple hours more, and a helicopter noticed and lowered itself down, lowered the ladder down, and said, "Excuse me, do you need any help?" The person looked up and said, "No, I've sent out my prayers. God will be sending me help." And the guy in the helicopter, just like the guy in the boat, rolled his eyes and said, "Okay," and went on about his business. And as time passed, they kept screaming and crying. Their voice was starting to get hoarse from all the prayers. The person got frustrated and started yelling at God, saying, "I've been praying for such and such time, and you haven't sent me any help. I am going to die if you don't send me any help." So another boat comes along and says, "Do you need any help? You look like you're in bad shape." And in their hoarse, weakened voice, the person said, "No, I've been praying. God will send me help." And the guy on this boat, just like the helicopter in the first boat, rolled his eyes and said, "Okay," went on about his business. The person that was stranded in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, got so weak from kicking and paddling to stay afloat that they sank and they drowned. Now, the moral of this story is this: God sent help all those times, even during the person's rage. Anytime someone comes to help and we think, "Oh no, this ain't God's will, we're waiting on God," it was God's will. I mean, if someone comes to help us and we keep turning it down, we're turning down God's favor. We're turning down God's blessings. And we're all guilty of it. I know for a fact I am. And I've never noticed it until later when I looked back that I was the guy in the ocean. I'm the one that allowed myself to drown through life's troubles because I didn't see God's blessing at the time. And I actually came across this story. I've heard it a lot growing up, but I came across it again. I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the YouTubers I'm subscribed to. And it made me think this would be a good story to share because we're all guilty of this one. Sometimes God's blessings come in a way that we don't even realize it is His blessing. And I'm ashamed to admit I'm guilty of this one. So always keep your eyes open, because God's blessings do come, sometimes in ways we don't see it. Sometimes He uses people, sometimes He uses objects, but He always answers our prayers. Not always in the way we see it up here, but He does it in His way and in His time. But if we keep turning them down, He will eventually say, they're not taking my blessing, and He will leave us to our own. And that's not saying that we still can't come to Him, but we have to keep our eyes open for when those blessings come. I love you all. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. And always keep your eyes peeled for God's blessings, because He does answer all of our prayers. I love you all. Have a good day.